Scott, thank you for joining us after Tuesday night's cup action. We're back in league action this weekend as we take the visit of Barnsley. Can I get your thoughts out of that game?
Yeah, game we're looking forward to. We're at home again. We like being at home against a really experienced manager in Darryl Clark, somebody I like a lot, got a lot of respect for, and a tough opposition in the shape of Barnsley with some really strong, powerful players. So we're going to have to be at our very best in order for us to get anything from the game. But like I say, a game we're looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm sure you've watched a lot of the opposition so far. What do you think their sort of key strengths are, and what have we sort of got to look out for? Because as we know, one of our old players, a lot of Crawley fans will be familiar with, Max Waters, will be potentially starting up front. Obviously, you weren't here when he was here, but a familiar face to lots of people here. Is he one of the sort of key dangers that you've picked out?
He is, yeah. Along with a lot of other players as well. They throw a lot of balls in your box, literally, and put a lot of balls in your box from open play, ask a lot of questions of you, but they're also a good side as well. You know, they'll make passes at the back, they'll go long when they need to, they can mix it up, but they're very, very disciplined with their running. You know, the ball turns over, they get back into their shape quickly, and they press as well. You know, they're a very physical, strong, experienced side.
Yeah, as you mentioned in that first bit there, it would be nice to be back at home, wouldn't it? Because it feels like an age since we've been at home in the league. Obviously, your opening day of the season, we obviously had a couple of cup games after that, but to be back at home in the league, the atmosphere, as we know, is going to be incredible. So, you know, it can give us a real boost, can't it?
Can, yeah. Well, no, we like being at home, don't we? You know, I know we've had at least one good away win already in the league, but yeah, we like being at home. We feel you know, that the fans can really help us. Our home fans can really help us in our quest to get 3 points always, and I think this has always been a tough place to come for an away team. So yeah, no, we're pleased for that.
Yeah, and after this game, what feels like a deserved break, I suppose, because we obviously haven't got that Burton game anymore. How much of a welcome break is that for you? What's the sort of plan? Is there plans to give the players a few days off, or is it just a different kind of work on the training ground?
Yeah, I think it is a welcome break because we've gone Saturday, Tuesday pretty much from the start, and you know there's been 1 or 2 bumps and bruises, so they will need some time off. I think it's a demanding season, a long season, a lot of games. You know, games come thick and fast, and every time there is an opportunity to get a break, I think that the players do need that. Of course, we're going to be in training for the next 2 weeks, but there will be opportunity for the players to have a rest as well, and then hopefully coming into the Stockport game, we'll have a normal week of preparation coming into that game.
Yeah, we spoke earlier in the season about how important sort of getting a winning run going is. Is that the same, I suppose, going into a little bit of a mini break because you won't want to go into sort of that period off without, you know, a win under your belt, would you?
Yeah, of course. Listen, it's always important to win games whether there's a break in front of you or not. But yeah, we want to win on Saturday for the sake of winning, but we want to win on Saturday because we know there's 2 weeks before we play again. So yeah, it's important that we do that. But like I say, we've got a tough task in front of us in the shape of Barnsley, with an experienced manager in Darryl Clark and some really, really good players in their team. But I'm confident with my team, the way we're playing at the moment, and how we're shaping up and how we're looking. You know, we're really confident. And we're playing with a little bit of swagger at the moment, so I think it's a good time for us to play a team like this.
Yeah, you said, are you expecting them to be the most physical side you've played yet? And how do you change your preparations for that? Yeah,
it probably is the most physical test that we've come up against up to now. Actually, thinking about it, with the teams that we've played, no disrespect to them. In terms of preparation, no, we don't change too much. We try and make it about us. But we have to be mindful that they will throw a lot of balls in our box. They will ask a lot of questions of you, and we have to be ready for that. So we'll be prepared for that. But we do make a lot of the preparations about us, which is why I feel that we've played so well.
Yeah, and what John, I know you mentioned Max Waters briefly. Then obviously he's well known, sort of made his name here. Really, what do you see in him? What are his qualities as a player?
I just think that physically he's strong. You know, he's got Cosgrove up there with him, and they ask a lot of questions of you. They can both kind of run. Do you know what I mean? They're not just big players who can't run. They can get in behind you. They can get down the sides of you. Both finish goals, you know. They're both an handful. So we know that it's going to be tough for our young defenders, but I'm confident with the way they're playing at the moment.
Yeah, and your squad-wise, you said Harry Forster was back in training. You expect him to be involved at all on Saturday?
Yeah, he come through training again this morning. We've got another day's training tomorrow, and then I'll make a decision. But up to now, yeah, he's come through, so I'm hoping that he'll be involved.
And any other Dion and Gav, are they?
Yeah, Dion's kind of been involved in some training. Gav a little bit more in front at the moment, trained today. But still probably a number of weeks away before he can be included.
Excellent. And obviously transfer window closes tomorrow. Any updates you can give us at all?
I can't yet as of yet, but we should be making an announcement probably today, if not tomorrow. Okay,
is that how many number of players?
That's one at the moment and potentially two.
Excellent, thank you. And going back to Tuesday night, looking at, I'm sure you've gone back and analysed it, clipped it all up and that. What pleased you most about the performance on Tuesday night at Brighton?
I think probably more so like how fluid we was with our possession against a good team. I think we had a lot of the ball. We were very good with the ball. So that pleased me. The second thing that pleased me was how we stopped them from playing. I think their keeper kicked it longer than he's ever kicked it because we went man for man against them and kind of stopped them and frustrated them. And I thought we played well in the game. Listen, I thought the score line didn't reflect that, didn't reflect how the game was. I think, 4-0 wasn't a fair result. We missed a hatful of chances as well, and they were really clinical in there. Within their chances. But no, I was really happy with how we played. I thought we played really good football. Like I say, we dominated possession. And like I say, we stopped them from playing.
And Jay Williams has got a lot of attention from the game on Tuesday night for the tackle he did early on. Looking back at it, what are your thoughts on it, and how do you protect a player for getting attention like he has since then?
What's my take on it? My take on it was that I think that the referee's decision to do nothing about it has made it a whole lot worse. There should have been something done, whether that was a yellow or a red remains to be seen, but I think that's kind of not made it any better. And I think Jay, it was, in my opinion, a genuine attempt to win the ball. I think if you look at him, his eyes are fixated on the ball the whole time, and he mistimed it. Simple as that. It happens. He mistimed it. The kid got there slightly in front and poked it. And it's unfortunate. We obviously don't want the boy to be hurt or injured. That's not what we want, and that's not what Jay wants. If you watch the footage back, as the boy's getting treatment, Jay stood over him and kind of making sure he's all right. And if there was any malice in what Jay did, then he certainly wouldn't be standing over him and making sure he's all right. So, it's an unfortunate situation, and we're really sorry that it happened. But it was, a genuine attempt to win the ball, in my opinion. It wasn't a great tackle. I'm not sitting here saying it was a great tackle, because it wasn't. It was a bad tackle. That's really clear. But it was genuine attempt to win the ball. And like I say, if the referee would have done his job properly, then maybe it would have been a little bit calmer than it ended up being. But I also spoke to Jay yesterday. He's genuinely upset about it. He's a good kid. He's done really well for this football club, and he was the first to try and find out how the boy was afterwards, and he wanted to have some of their coaching staff's phone numbers afterwards to apologise. So it just shows the measure of the kid. So listen, it's really unfortunate, and we're really sorry it happened. But yeah, we've just got to try and make sure that we protect our players as well in terms of the stick that Jay's got.
Thanks, Scott.